a vlog about universal credit and rent, but rent generally, but also it will affect those with on universal credit. In the last recession, 2009, there was a lot of buy-to-let and subprime, but there's a lot now, and it affects that in 2020. I think there's going to be a rental recession because people aren't going to keep going to work to pay rent. Because all paying rent does is just makes landlords millionaires, which means that those that struggle to get a mortgage are competing with landlords who are competing with each other. Different landlords are competing with landlords, and they have a surplus of cash because they don't pay their mortgages. Tenants pay their mortgages for them. So they've got revenue, they've got an income stream that is paying the mortgage of whatever they bid for. It's already in place. Queues of tenants waiting to actually rent rooms. So it'll just be paid automatically. They can't lose. And when they go down the universal credit route, they hover right just underneath what universal credit will pay. So every time universal credit ups the rental thing, they raise their rent so they're squeezing every last penny out of universal credit. What universal credit pay for tenants? Sorry, what universal credit pay for tenants? So, but there's a couple of levels in renting. I've only rented for 20 odd years, so I don't know. I might know a little bit about renting rooms from landlords, professional landlords. They take out the living room, so there's no communal space in the living room. There's no dining room. They take out that because they make that into 2 bedrooms and they rent them out, which reduces the communal space in the accommodation. If you're lucky, you get a galley kitchen, and they use the galley, which like in a terraced house they extend out. Well, I buy one that's extended out. Because years ago in a terraced house it used to have like a washing room and an old loo. So they knock through that, which extends the kitchen. And the bit where the original kitchen was, they make that into a little dining room, part dining room. And that's the dining room for the house. There's no dining room in the living room or dining room because they've been taken out and made bedrooms. You'll be lucky these days to get a tumble dryer because that means they've got to pay electric and they don't want to pay electric. But this is also for those that actually want to, if you're looking to rent a room, what you should be looking for. Make sure the carpet is light, which means you can see if it's been changed or there's any marks or stains on the carpet. Don't go for dark carpets because then you can't see if the carpet's clean or not. Which means if it doesn't have to be changed often. Little tactics landlords use so they can keep the same carpet for longer. I've delivered carpet to landlords. I know the sort of quantity they want to buy. Usually it's not that expensive. Delivered carpet to a lot of landlords. But what I say is, so then you want you need, in a rented room, you need a double bed, a good quality double bed, because there's no living space in the house, so you'll be living on your bed most of the time. You need a good quality, not a cheap, tacky wardrobe. You need a proper, good, sturdy wardrobe, a good, sturdy chest of drawers, a bedside table, and fast Wi-Fi, because that's it. You'll be living on your bed pretty much, on the internet, using fast Wi-Fi for social media, whatever it is you use. So you need those. You need a kitchen in a terraced house should have 2 sinks in it, because you've got probably 5 or 6 people in the house. You're not going to queued to cook, do you? So you should have 2 sinks, 2 draining boards. You should have, excuse me, 2 cookers, so you're not queuing to cook, because you might not have time to. You might have, yeah. So there's no queuing in the kitchen, and so someone can actually be washing up while the other one's cooking, whatever, twice. Then you want 3. If you've got 6 people in a house, you want 3 big tall freezers. So you've got the top half of a fridge, the bottom half is freezer. So you should have 2 shelves of freezer space and 2 shelves of fridge space per person. So if you've got 6 people, you need 3 of those tall fridge freezers in the kitchen. You need a tumble dryer, because people aren't going to wait, and they're not going to, if they're working, they're not going to wait to actually dry it by putting the heating on. They want to get the washing out of the washing machine straight in the tumble dryer. Half an hour later they can be wearing it. Right? None of this from waiting forever. No tumble dryer. Cheap landlord tactic to save electricity. But if you're working professional, you need a tumble dryer in the house. You need what else? You need a house. You need a decent garden. Because if there's no communal space in the house, you need to be able to relax outside in the garden, don't you? A table and chairs in the garden somewhere. Parking. If you've got a car, you need parking or tube. What else do you need? Fire alarms, fire testing. That's standard now, but there won't be any phone in the house. You've got to use your own phone, your own data, and access to shops. But you don't. And peace and quiet. You need to have, when there's no communal space in a